My plan to announce the divorce at my daughter's engagement ceremony was a huge success. Did you see everyone's faces? Priceless! I've been planning this for weeks, waiting for the perfect moment. So anyway, we're getting divorced.
What are you talking about? Ken, are you out of your mind? Why would you do something like this? If you don't like me and want a divorce, you didn't have to announce it on the day of the engagement ceremony, did you? This is Sarah's special day.
Look at you getting all worked up already after being told about the divorce. This is exactly why I can't stand you. I really hate how you always get angry so quickly like that. You're so predictable. It's pathetic.
I'm not angry about the divorce. I'm angry that you're destroying our daughter's happiness. You ruined Sarah's important engagement ceremony. Do you realize what you've done? Her future in-laws are here watching this disaster. What kind of father are you?
How? Well, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to embarrass you. Maximum attendance, maximum impact. I wanted everyone to see what kind of woman you really are.
Wait, don't tell me you actually did this just to harass me. You planned this humiliation deliberately? On our daughter's engagement day?
That's right. It's better when there's an audience, and you embarrassed me too. I had to do at least this much to make it fair. You think you can humiliate your husband and get away with it? Now everyone knows what kind of marriage we really have.
Embarrassed you? When did I ever embarrass you? Right now, we're talking about how you ruined the engagement ceremony.
You're trying to blame me like that, but basically you're just upset about being embarrassed and want to find fault with me. Can't handle being called out in public? And you don't even realize you embarrassed your husband. That's just hopeless. You suddenly started working part-time around when Sarah was finishing middle school. Do you have any idea how that made me look? That's like announcing to everyone that my family doesn't have enough income from the husband. I can't believe you could do something like that. You smeared mud on your husband's face and acted like nothing happened. Walking around town like some kind of working woman, making me look like a failure.
I worked part-time to help our family finances. I never said anything bad about you to anyone. How is helping our family embarrassing to you?
Because it makes me look incompetent. A man should be able to support his family alone. Your working tells everyone I'm not man enough. But you never cared about that, did you? Anyway, there's no room for discussion. I've made up my mind and there's nothing you can do about it. Our daughter is grown up now, so there's no point in staying with you anymore. You've served your purpose. Now you're just dead weight.
I see. I understand. So that's how you really see me. I don't need a selfish man who doesn't think about Sarah at all. Someone who would destroy his own daughter's happiness for petty revenge. Don't regret this.
Why would I regret getting rid of a burden? Besides, if anything happens in the future, I'll just rely on Sarah. She's a good daughter, not like her selfish mother. She doesn't go against her parents. From now on, Sarah and her husband can take care of me, so there's no problem. That's what children are for, right? To take care of their parents when they get old.
What a carefree mind you have. You think Sarah will want anything to do with you after this? You just humiliated her on the most important day of her life. And you expect her to take care of you? You're more delusional than I thought. Mom, are you okay? I can't believe what just happened. That guy suddenly saying he's abandoning you makes no sense. The engagement ceremony is ruined too, and his mother was really worried about it. She kept asking me if everything was all right at home. I was so embarrassed, I didn't know what to say. How am I supposed to explain that my father is completely insane? I'm sorry, Sarah. I never expected him to do something like this. It was your important engagement day. This should have been a beautiful memory for you. Instead, he turned it into a nightmare. Why are you apologizing, Mom? You didn't do anything wrong. That bastard is the only one to blame. You've been nothing but good to him all these years. And this is how he repays you? Now, don't say bastard. You're going to be a bride. You should speak more elegantly. That's how I feel, though. He doesn't deserve to be called father anymore. Really, this is the worst. Did you see his face? He was actually enjoying himself. It made me sick to my stomach. But if you're getting divorced, he won't be my father anymore, right? That's the only thing that makes me really happy. Finally, I don't have to pretend to respect him anymore. You might not be able to say that. Your father said he's going to rely on you if anything happens in the future. He seems to think you'll take care of him, that you owe him that much as his daughter. He destroys my engagement ceremony and expects me to take care of him? Why do I have to take care of that guy even after I get married? He's never been a real father to me anyway. Well, I won't take care of him even if he asks. Let him figure out his own life for once. Maybe then he'll appreciate what he threw away. Are you really okay with that? You'd be abandoning your father. People will judge you for it. Society expects children to care for the parents. I don't even want to call that guy my father. A real father doesn't humiliate his family in public. A real father protects his daughter's happiness. I'm planning to leave the house. I can't stand being under the same roof as him anymore. My fiancé thinks this situation is crazy too. He said his family is shocked by what happened today. We'll probably stay with his family for a while. At least until we can figure out what to do next. I need to get away from that toxic environment. What about Mom? Where will I go? I can't stay in that house either. Not after what happened today. I'm staying in a hotel for now, but I'm going to look for a monthly apartment. I've been saving money from my part-time job. I was planning to wait until you got married, but I didn't expect him to make the first move. I've been preparing for this divorce for a long time. I just needed to make sure you were settled first. But now there's no reason to wait anymore. Let's get out of here quickly. I want to start fresh somewhere he can't find us. Somewhere we can be happy for once.
Hey, Sarah! Where are you? I've been calling you all day. All your stuff is gone from the house and you're not moving until later, right? When did you even have time to move everything? Actually, I have a good proposal for you. Since Mom is gone, there's an empty room. So how about we live together? This whole thing doesn't have to be permanent.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you completely delusional? There's no way I'd live there. Not after what you did yesterday. Actually, I'm not going back to that house anymore, and I'm cutting ties with you, so don't contact me. I've already changed my address at the city office. As far as I'm concerned, you're a stranger now.
Cutting ties? How can you say such a thing? That's going too far, even for you. You shouldn't say that even as a joke. We're family. That bond can never be broken. I'm your father no matter what happens.
A joke? I didn't raise myself to say things like this as a joke. I'm completely serious about this. Listen, did you forget what you did yesterday? Or are you pretending it never happened? Dad ruined the engagement ceremony by abandoning Mom on such an important day and even involved the other family. You made me look like I come from a completely dysfunctional home. How am I supposed to face my future in-laws now?
That's Mom's fault for getting divorced. If she hadn't embarrassed me by working, none of this would have happened. She brought this on herself. I was just defending my honor as a man.
The divorce is between you and Mom, isn't it? It has nothing to do with my engagement ceremony. It's not something you should do in front of people on the day of the engagement ceremony. And it's embarrassing that my mother-in-law found out I have such an unreasonable parent. She probably thinks our whole family is crazy now. You humiliated both me and my mother-in-law, and you have the nerve to suggest living together? That place was never a home anyway, just a prison.
Huh? I haven't given permission for that! You can't just make major life decisions without consulting me! I'm still the head of this household! You're still living under my roof!
I don't need your permission. What are you saying to a grown daughter? I'm 25 years old, not a child anymore. I can make my own decisions about my life. And I'm not living under your roof anymore, remember?
Listen, Sarah. I know you're emotional right now. I understand you're anxious because your wedding is coming up. Women get hysterical during stressful times. And protecting the family is a woman's job. I think it's admirable that you're trying to fulfill that role. But you're confused about what that means. But you're my daughter. You have responsibilities to your father. If something happens to me, you have to come back home properly. Taking care of your parents is a child's responsibility. Don't become an irresponsible adult who abandons their duties. Society will judge you harshly for that.
Wait, are you seriously saying that? After everything you've done to our family? You don't even think of me as your daughter, yet you have the nerve to say that. When have you ever acted like a real father? When have you ever protected or supported me? I'll never show my face to you again. Don't act like my father. It's disgusting. You lost the right to call yourself my father yesterday.
How long are you going to keep throwing this tantrum? This childish rebellion has gone on long enough. Besides, I raised you properly. I provided a roof over your head and food on the table. That counts for something, doesn't it? You owe me for all those years of support.
Raised me? Mom is the one who raised me. You were just there, taking up space. Dad, you forget everything that's inconvenient for you. But I remember everything. Every cruel word, every dismissive look. You always looked down on me and Mom, saying things like, just because you're a woman, or you're useless at everything. Making us feel worthless every single day.
I don't remember saying anything like that. You're exaggerating to make me look bad. I was just trying to prepare you for the real world. The world is tough, especially for women.
You treated us like we were invisible unless you needed something. You never did any housework, but always stuck your nose in and complained about everything. And when I was in middle school, you went into my room without permission and threw away my things, saying you cleaned my messy room. But you destroyed my privacy and my memories. I did this for you, I did that for you, always looking down on us. That basically means you think it's not your job, but you're doing it anyway, so we should be grateful, right? Really, you've always been nothing but stress. A constant source of anxiety and fear in our house.
That's because housework is Mom's job, and as a woman, you'll have to do that much when you get married, so it was part of your education. I was preparing you for your future role as a wife. That's what good fathers do. And discipline builds character.
First of all, the idea that women should protect the home is outdated. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership, not slavery. And even if we say housework is a housewife's job, what about not being able to communicate properly with your own child? What about basic human decency? You wouldn't greet me depending on your mood, and even when I greeted you, you wouldn't respond. You'd ignore me when I tried to talk to you. Did you think you'd be forgiven for anything because we're family? I'm so ashamed that someone like you is my father. I can barely stand it. I've spent years making excuses for you to my friends, pretending we had a normal family. We told you so many times to change, but you never did. I won't take care of someone who's been taking advantage of being family.
You're such a heartless person. Abandoning your parent is beyond unreasonable. That's probably why your marriage was delayed. No man wants a woman who doesn't respect family values.
My marriage was delayed because I absolutely didn't want to marry someone like you. I was terrified of ending up like Mom. I had to make sure my fiancé was nothing like you. Mom said she'd divorce you when I got married, and I was planning to cut ties when Mom divorced you. But you abandoned Mom, who devoted herself to you so much. You even ruined your daughter's engagement day. You're just a selfish stranger who happened to live in our house.
What are you going on and on about with your selfishness? That's enough! I don't care what you think you remember. Blood is thicker than water. Hey, Sarah, are you listening? Hey, answer me! I'm still talking to you!
Mom, it looks like I'll find a new place to move to soon. I found a nice apartment near the station. It's small, but it has everything I need. I'm going to look at it soon. The landlord seems understanding about my situation. I'm relieved to be able to get out of that house. I never realized how suffocating it was until I left. I want to invite Mom to the wedding. Is that okay? I mean, you're the only real parent I have. It's good that you found a new place too, Sarah. I'm so proud of how strong you're being. I was worried he might try to force you to stay. Of course I'll come to your wedding. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Not exactly safely. I was pestered really loudly to stay, so I blocked him. He kept calling and texting non-stop. Even tried to guilt-trip me about family duty. But I'm done listening to his manipulation. I never want to see that guy again, and I don't want to invite him to the wedding either. The thought of him being there makes me sick. He'd probably find a way to ruin that day too. Right, you don't need to invite him. This is your special day, not his. He'd probably ruin the ceremony. He has a talent for destroying happy moments. You're finally free too. Now you don't have any more worries. Finally, I can take action too. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. What kind of action, Mom? You sound like you have a plan. I've been consulting with a lawyer for months, collecting evidence of his emotional abuse, recording his outbursts when he didn't know. I have everything documented. Really? That's amazing, Mom. I'm so glad you were preparing. He deserves to face consequences for how he treated us. I just wish I had started sooner, but I needed to wait until you were safe. I couldn't risk him taking his anger out on you. You protected me all these years. Now it's time to protect yourself.
Hey, where's the vacuum cleaner? This house is falling apart without anyone to clean it. I was going to ask Sarah to do it, but I can't reach Sarah either, and the house is a complete mess because of that. There's dust everywhere and I can't find anything. How am I supposed to live like this? The place looks like a disaster zone.
You thought it would be fine because even if you got rid of me, you'd have Sarah. But surprise, she doesn't want anything to do with you either. The vacuum cleaner is in its usual place. How many decades have you lived in that house? You've seen me cleaning so many times, why can't you remember where it is? Were you just completely oblivious to everything I did?
Shut up! If you know, just tell me quickly! I don't have time for your lectures! And how to use the washing machine, too! This thing is way too complicated! I thought I just had to press a button! What the hell is this thing? Why are there so many settings, and where do I put the detergent?
That's not my house anymore. I don't live there, remember? Manage it yourself. It's your own fault for always relying on others and being spoiled. You're a grown man, figure it out. Besides, that's not how you ask someone for help. I'm not your servant. Well then, good luck on your own.
Damn it! At least teach me a little! I can't live like this! The dishes are piling up and starting to smell! I ran out of clean clothes days ago! How do you even turn on the dishwasher? And what's this error message on the microwave?
You should have paid attention all these years, instead of treating the house like a hotel. Maybe this will teach you to appreciate what you had. But I doubt it. Mom, I put a sweater in the dryer, but can this be fixed? It shrank to half its original size. I remember you fixing something that shrunk before. I feel so stupid for making such a basic mistake. If you soak it in conditioner or fabric softener, it might go back to normal. Let it sit for about 30 minutes, then gently stretch it while it's damp. Don't worry, we all make these mistakes when we're learning. Really? Thank you. You always know how to fix everything. I looked it up but couldn't find good results. The internet just said to throw it away. You really grew up to be wonderful. So capable and independent. I'm so proud of the woman you've become. You're making me emotional. Well, growing up watching such a terrible father, this is how I turned out. I learned what not to do from him. He'd ask the family for everything and never remember what he was told. He'd ask the same questions over and over, do everything half-heartedly, and when we pointed it out, he'd either get angry or play victim. Never once did he say thank you or show appreciation. It's what they call a negative role model. He taught me how not to behave, if nothing else. I bet he cried to you about not being able to do housework, right? Probably demanding you come back to help him. Well, he didn't even know where the vacuum cleaner was. After living in that house for over 20 years. He's completely helpless without someone to wait on him. It's actually pathetic. Seriously unbelievable. We've been cleaning up after him all this time, but he never appreciated it and just took advantage of us. He acted like it was our obligation to serve him. Never once thanked us or acknowledged our hard work. Dad is the one to blame. He should struggle. Then maybe he'll appreciate you. Though knowing him, he'll probably just blame everyone else. He's incapable of self-reflection. You're right about that. He's probably sitting in that messy house right now, cursing both of us, instead of learning how to take care of himself. Let him curse all he wants. We're finally free to live our own lives, without walking on eggshells around his moods. Yes, for the first time in years, I feel like I can breathe. I forgot what peace felt like.
Hey, why do I have to pay alimony? This is completely unfair. I never used violence against you, and if anything, I'm the one who suffered because of you. You embarrassed me for years. You should be the one paying alimony. I deserve compensation for putting up with you.
You say I made you suffer, but specifically when and how did I make you suffer? Give me concrete examples. I've properly collected evidence of your emotional abuse. Years of documentation.
Evidence of emotional abuse? There's no way that exists. I never did any emotional abuse. You're making this up. Trying to frame me.
Right, you probably weren't aware of it. Abusers rarely are. I wasn't aware of it either, that I was being emotionally abused. That's why I barely collected any evidence and just thought I had to endure it. But Sarah changed me. She opened my eyes.
Sarah did? Taking a child's nonsense seriously? Are you out of your mind? She doesn't understand adult relationships. Kids always exaggerate.
I do think taking what a child says too seriously is questionable. But Sarah is our daughter. To dismiss our daughter's opinion as nonsense is terrible. She lived in that house too. Sarah told me she hated this house. She said it felt toxic. Coming home to see her father berating her mother, and her mother just silently enduring it. She said she didn't want to be in this abnormal house where she thought a broken marriage was normal. She protested while crying. When she was 15, a child shouldn't have to witness that.
She doesn't understand adult struggles. Marriage is complicated. She'll understand when she's older.
Adult struggles have nothing to do with it. The point is that to that child, we were a couple that made her think, I hate this house. Our own daughter was traumatized by our marriage. But even if I divorced you, I had no income. And our daughter wanted us to improve our relationship. So I started working part-time to save money and worked on repairing our relationship. But this is the result. I was planning to divorce you when she got married anyway, and I had already consulted with a lawyer. I have proper evidence. If you want to claim you were hurt, bring proper evidence of being hurt. Anyone can just say things.
That evidence is all made up! You must have fabricated it! You're trying to destroy me!
Then let me show you undeniable evidence. Evidence that can't be fabricated. You announced the divorce to me in front of other people on the day of the engagement ceremony. And it wasn't impulsive. You had clear malicious intent to embarrass me. You admitted it yourself. That alone is enough emotional distress. You can complain about past evidence all you want, but you can't make excuses for what you actually did.
That was just... it happened to be on the same day as the engagement ceremony. Bad timing, that's all. I didn't plan it that way.
Don't make excuses now after doing that in front of people. You told me it was deliberate. You exposed your own despicableness in public. Don't play the victim when you prioritized your own selfishness over your daughter's important engagement ceremony. What kind of father does that?
I was angry about the embarrassment you caused me. You working made me look weak.
So you destroyed our daughter's engagement to protect your ego? That's exactly the kind of selfish thinking that got us here. You care more about your image than your family's happiness. The court will see that clearly. Mom, this is bad. Are you watching TV? Turn it on right now. What's wrong all of a sudden? You sound panicked. What happened? The general channel. There's breaking news. Sorry, the house is on fire. Our old house is burning down. It's all over the news. Wow, the flames were huge. It seems to have calmed down now, but it's almost completely burned down. There's barely anything left. The news online said they're doing a scene investigation now. They still don't know if it was arson or an accident, but they suspect it started in the bedroom. I'll contact Dad for now. The news said there were no deaths, but there seemed to be injuries. I need to make sure he's alive. Just leave him alone. He made his choice. Why should we care what happens to him? I can't do that. Even though we're divorced, that doesn't mean I want him to die. I'm not that heartless. You contacted me because somewhere in your heart you were worried too, right? Despite everything he's done. It's not like that. I just don't want to feel bad if he dies. I don't want that guilt. But I'm not actually worried about him. Anyway, I'll check if he's safe first. Just to know for sure. I'll contact you when I know something. Try not to worry too much. Were you able to contact Dad? Has he responded to your messages? It's been hours since the fire. No, not yet. He hasn't even read the message. His phone might be damaged. Or maybe he's in the hospital. I see. Well, if he's in the hospital, we'll hear about it eventually. But the fire is his own fault. I'm not surprised this happened. Huh? What do you mean? There was a breaking news article online just now. The cause of the fire was smoking in bed. They found cigarette burns on the mattress. Just like we always warned him about. No way. Are you serious? We warned him so many times about being careful with cigarette fires. Every time he'd make an annoyed face and put out the cigarette, but sometimes he'd still forget to put it out properly. We always cleaned up after him when something happened, so the worst never occurred. But without us there to watch him. Right, he didn't appreciate Mom and selfishly abandoned his family, so this is what happens. We weren't there to clean up his mess this time. It's all his own fault. Maybe now he'll understand what we did for him. Though probably not. All those years of putting out his cigarettes, checking the ashtrays before bed, worrying about him burning the house down, and he never appreciated any of it. He took our protection for granted. Now he's learned the hard way. I just hope he's not seriously hurt, despite everything.
Erica, please help me! My house burned down and I have severe burns all over my body! The doctor said I'm lucky to be alive. I didn't have to be hospitalized, but my whole body hurts. It's hard to even move my body. Please, do something to help me. All my things are gone.
Aren't you asking the wrong person for help? You and I are divorced. That means we're strangers now. I don't want to take care of a stranger, especially one who treated me so badly. I contacted you to check if you were safe. Since you're healthy enough to cry for help like this, you seem to be fine.
Please, I'm begging you. I know I made mistakes. My family is elderly, and you're the only one I can rely on for now. Nobody else will help me. The neighbors won't even talk to me. I need someone to take care of me.
Then pay me money in exchange for taking care of you. My rate is expensive. Professional care costs a lot.
Why would it come to that? That's unreasonable no matter what. We were married for over 20 years. That has to count for something.
Oh, that's a strange thing to say. This is exactly what you did to me in the past. When I broke my finger during child rearing and really couldn't manage, I asked you to help with housework. I was in so much pain I could barely hold anything. Then you said, you made me work, so pay me money. This is supposed to be your job, and demanded money from me. You charged your own wife for help.
Did I do something like that? I don't remember. You must be exaggerating.
For you, getting paid for doing work that wasn't your job was so natural that you don't even remember it. When I had a fever and collapsed, you woke me up saying, "Don't sleep, make food." And when my cold got worse because of that, you said, "Did you make your cold worse on purpose as harassment? You're wasting money on treatment even though you don't earn any." You restricted the money I could use for 6 months after that. I couldn't buy clothes or even get my hair cut. I had to ask permission for every expense.
I didn't say that! That's just your imagination! You're twisting my words! I mean, I did tell you to try to get better because your cold wasn't healing. I was concerned about you!
You told me to get better quickly because it was inconvenient for you. You had no concern for my health. Well, by this point, I was aware of the emotional abuse, so I have recordings too. Your exact words are documented. Anyway, you only saw me as a housework machine, so you hardly ever cared for your family. You even made snide remarks to Sarah when she had a fever, saying she couldn't manage herself. A sick child, and you criticized her.
Self-management is normal when you're out in society. It's discipline. I was preparing her for the real world. I mean, what's with all this anyway? Do you have some grudge against me? I'm in trouble here and asking for help. Are you a demon or what? Where's your compassion?
Listen, only people who have been kind to others without expecting anything in return get help for free. No one will help someone who expects everything in return and thinks it's natural to be helped. You never helped anyone without demanding payment or gratitude. You've always been spoiled, thinking that since we're family, we'll help you when you're in trouble, despite all the warnings we gave you that you never bothered to learn from. This fire was caused by smoking in bed too, right? We warned you over and over again. For years and years. Why are you still doing it? We were warning you about those careless accidents so they wouldn't happen. Because you could get seriously hurt from those accidents. Even you must have learned from this experience. People who can't learn unless they get hurt are beyond help. People who don't appreciate those who warn them should live alone forever.
But I'm hurt and homeless now! Isn't that enough punishment? I've lost everything. My house, my belongings, my family! How much more do I have to suffer?
You didn't lose your family. You threw us away. You abandoned us first. At our daughter's engagement ceremony, you made that choice. Now live with the consequences.
I was angry and made a mistake. Can't you forgive me? I'll change, I promise.
Too late. You had decades to change. We gave you countless chances. You chose to stay the same. Good luck with your new life. After that, since my husband had left everything household-related to me, he apparently had no idea how to apply for fire insurance or how to recover burned documents, leaving him at a loss. With the burned remains drawing stares from neighbors, his arrogant attitude at various offices earned him hostility, and no one would deal with him anymore. Having taken advantage of family relationships without respecting each other, he literally lost everything and became isolated. Meanwhile, I started living alone, and Sarah made a fresh start with her new family. Finally, having gained the freedom we sought, we plan to live peacefully from now on.